Hello, my name is Tara, and I will be performing as Josette from Adam Sienkowicz's play, Where You Can't Follow, as well as Jessie from Adam Sienkowicz's play, Alcott. Do you? Look, you're here how long? A week at least? After a week with me, you will want to marry me. And I need you to know that I cannot let that happen. I am far better a lover than a wife. I'm giving you a gift. Can you understand? The gift of my love. But it is all that I can give. Now you say okay, but later you will try to get me to marry you. And I would suggest you try not to do this. It would be the end of us. When a man asks me to marry him, I have to say goodbye. I am serious. Marriage is death to me. Do you want me to die? When you feel yourself try to ask for me for marriage, you must think twice. Do you understand? You make jokes, but this is not funny. I have to beat off my suitors with a tree. Why not? Because you write about me over and over, except it's not me. I am smarter than that. I am funnier than that. And then after you dumb me down, you expect me to keep playing this paler version of myself. And the point of the play is always that you aren't in love with me. And so night after night, I have to go out in front of an audience and be rejected by you in every dumb play that you write about me. And like an idiot, I keep coming back for more. I think artistic license. I think fiction. But I'm just lying to myself. You are so obsessed with how in love with me you aren't. And maybe you don't even see it. But I've seen it. In 1,000 different moments over the last several years. So, I'm just not going to do it. I am not going to be in your play. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Emerson, and I will be performing a monologue from Front Row Seats by Joseph Arnon as Joe, and a monologue from The Flutter of the Gold Leaf by Olive Tilford and Frederick Peterson as Philo. I can't believe this always happens to me. And it always happens to me, right? I try so hard to go out and have a good time with you, and we mostly have a good time, right? But every time I eat dairy, I just get this horrible stomach pain, and it pisses me off because I just want to enjoy the finer things in life. I mean, why is it so hard for me to eat a quesadilla or a slice of pizza, for instance, without having to climb the bathroom walls in agony? I mean, I have never, ever seen you eat as much as you do at one time. And you eat combinations of food that don't even make any sense. Like you'll eat a roast beef sandwich with Chinese or a taco with pasta, and I don't know how you do it. If I did that, I would be in the hospital for 3 days. I mean, look, all I'm saying is that you put hot sauce on everything that you eat. And you don't even bat an eye. You walk around like hot sauce is some little pinch of pepper or salt, and it's weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's just unsettling. It's unsettling how I have these stomach cramps every time I try to go out, and I have to go through these stupid leg dance routines because of how bad my stomach hurts. And oh man, look, can we just go home? Never mind. I will work. Not a voice to help me, not a smile of hope, and not a touch of sympathy. Perhaps the time is not right for larger knowledge. Nature and the divinity that guides her must protect their new evolving creatures, no? A too sudden revelation and they would perish. The naked light would sear and blind him forever, and that would be for any man. Because for me, I've been able to see, to hear, and to keep sane in the light. And there's a call that I hear, but from where does it originate? From which one of the hundreds of millions of spheres? And what is the word? Is it hail or help or hope, or is it an answer to some signal of mine? And how shall I know? How shall I know?
Hi, my name is Alina, and today I'll be performing as She from Enigma by Floyd Dell and as Dawn from It's Mine by Joseph Arnaud. No, it didn't happen to you. It happened to me. You made up your mind and walked in with the air of a god on a holiday. It was I who fell. Headlong, dizzy, blind. I didn't want to love you. It was a force too strong for me. It swept me into your arms. I prayed against it. I had to give myself to you, even though I knew that you hardly cared. I had to, for my heart was no longer in my own chest. It was in your hands to do what you liked with. You could have thrown it in the dust. It pleased you not to. You put it in your pocket. But don't you realize what it is to feel that another person has absolute power over you? No, for you have never felt that way. You have never been utterly dependent on another person for happiness. I was utterly dependent on you. It humiliated me, angered me. I rebelled against it, but it was no use. You see, my dear, I was in love with you, and you were free, and your heart was your own, and nobody could hurt you. Bring it. I will outwork you, outplay you, outthink you, and out-hustle you. When you put in 10 hours, I put in 20. I work until I can't see straight every single day because I want it more than you do. I see it more than you do. I taste it, I breathe it, I smell it. I am it until I die. While you're out there being the bum you are, I'm grinding hard, real hard. I'm stressing and screaming and pushing past the limit, past the breaking point. You play it, I live it. That's why it's mine. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Noah, and I'll be doing 2 monologues. One from Kevin Wade's Key Exchange as Philip, and the other from Man in Arms by George Bernard Shaw. You want to exchange keys for each other's apartments. You know what happens, right? Well, I'll tell you what happens. Let's say I'm at a party, a bar, whatever, and let's say I see a girl, and right off the bat, there's a mutual attraction situation, okay? So we start talking, maybe have some drinks, and then next thing you know, we're in the cab, and there's a physical thing happening. We have to have that discussion of, your place or mine. Only, hold the phone here, there is no decision to be made because you have a key to my apartment. And I don't know if you've dropped by or if you're there right now. And I don't want to risk putting either of us in an extremely awkward situation. So it's off to her place somewhere in the East 80s, where I have to climb over 2 roommates and 3 cats to do it real quiet on a foam mattress on the floor because Thally, my roommate, has a commercial call back at 9:30. And this whole time, I'm resenting you because you're having a key, then it had to be the cats on the floor and Sally, the roommate, asleep, or nothing at all. So you can't have the power for good without having the power for evil as well. Even a mother's milk nourishes murderers as well as heroes. It's this power which has never been so horribly abused as the intellectual power. The poetic and religious power which can tear men's souls to pieces. As a teacher of Greek, I gave the intellectual man weapons against the common man. And now I want to give the common man weapons against the intellectual man. I love the common people. And I want to arm them against the lawyer, the doctor, the priest, the literary man, the politician, who, once in authority, are some of the most tyrannical and disastrous of all the fools and all the imposters. I want a democratic power strong enough to force the intellectual oligarchy to use its genius for the general good, or else perish.